are you seeing any specific categories or subsegments sort of really picking up the pace and becoming the sort of driving force in the category? For instance, something like, dairy alternatives or something like that. Anything specific there that you see?
I tried a product just the other day that was a sample that was sent to me by one of our customers called an actual veggies burger, which is kind of going after the similar style of packaging and market that someone like Beyond Meat is, but they're using 100% veggies with no oils, no salts, no sugars. So they're giving people that feeling of having a hearty burger that is different from a little veggie burger slice or in a meat alternative, but it's focused on the health, the color, the vibrancy, the feeling that you get eating real vegetables as opposed to eating something that's a little more processed. And I see a real movement in that direction as well of products that are still tapping into that need for people to have a burger or some comfort food, but they're making it with ingredients that are truly fully plant-based, that are coming straight from the ground, that aren't manipulated too much. And in that sense, it's focused more on that consumer who wants something that's truly healthy. So on one side, you've got the technology, it's more focused on sustainability. There's a lot of money going into that. And then you have kind of the real need to get back to the earth, the soil health, and growing in vegetables and making products that are aimed at human health. And the plant-based industry is really completely exists between those 2 points.
Do you see any ingredients at your events or flavors or those kinds of R&D trends that are beginning to sort of populate the plant-based foods space?
Kind of finding that ideal base protein because so much of these products is based in protein, whether they're a meat alternative or a dairy alternative. They're trying to find that way to have nutritional balance and the right taste, texture, utility to get it to fit this mold of something that someone's used to. They've been eating this sausage or this cheese their whole life. How do we use the right ingredients to fit our purposes of having this customer try ours instead of that traditional thing? So the conversation is still really heavily around proteins. Wheat, soy, and pea is a discussion you hear quite a bit. Is there a best plant protein out there? And the conversations I have with people who work in the ingredient space really always comes back to it. It depends a lot more on what your intentions are with the product you're creating than necessarily a top thing on the market or an all-encompassing right protein. So there's a lot of conversations that especially do take place at our events through networking and through the conference program where these different ingredient suppliers and what they have to offer can come to the table and connect with brands that have a specific project or idea in mind. And whether it's soy for one, wheat for another, whether pea makes sense for another product, or depending on where they source their ingredients from and what they're doing with it, there is this huge dialogue right now between emerging brands, large brands looking to add new product lines, and then these ingredient suppliers who really can mix and match and you put their creative hats on to come up with ways to meet this demand.